What's up, guys? So I got a lot of emails recently, like actually a lot of people saying that they just bought an Integra. I inspired them to get an Integra, which is dope. Then I got some emails saying, yo Zosh, what should I look for before I buy this car? You know, I need some advice. Since you're on your Integra barely drives, how can I, you know, not follow your footsteps and end up with a car in my driver for months and months and months without driving? I got you, man. Trust me. I'm gonna give you some advice. Hopefully you guys take this advice. My first tip of advice to you is never go by the price of the car. If an owner on Craigslist is saying, oh, I want, you know, $5,000 for this LS. The LS is like the most common Integra you'd find. It's a B18 B1 engine. It's notably the most, you know, common Integra you'd find. So don't just go off the price, because the advice I'm about to tell you guys, you can probably get that car for like probably $1,500 to $2,000. $1,500 I meant, not $15,000, okay? Number 2. Make sure it's a clean title and not a rebuilt or salvage title, because if it's one of those things, you can get the car probably for $1,000, because I will be damned if I buy a car with a rebuilt or salvage title. Now what that means is, if you buy a car that's a salvage or a rebuilt title, most likely you won't get full coverage on it. So that means anybody can like put a dent in your car. Let's say you're getting like a fender bender. They probably most likely will total your car, or you can just replace it yourself, because most Honda parts, you know, they're not that expensive to replace. But I'm just saying, in a whole, like let's say you get hit from the back, and you know it's not your fault, because usually it's not really your fault, but sometimes there's some asshole drivers like the brake check people. But as I'm saying, like if you get hit from the back, if you get hit from the back by a car, they're gonna be like, yo, we can't do anything because you got a rebuild title or the salvage title, so we can't really do anything. So yeah, next time buy a clean title car, and you know, maybe we can help you. Yeah, so if you do get hit from the back, you better snap your neck or something like that so you can get paid. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, we all looking for a check. Number 3, check the mileage of the car, man. Don't buy a car with high miles, okay? I know it's a Honda. You could easily squeeze like 250, maybe 300,000 miles out of these damn cars. But if you're gonna spend more than like $2 grand for a car, make sure it has under 100 and like, I don't know, 40,000 miles. I wouldn't buy a car for like 3,500 if it has over 150,000 miles, because ain't no way in hell. And if it's stick shift too, be careful, okay? Be careful. Now, when I first got the Integra, it had 130,000 miles, right? And just like a couple of weeks ago, I did a VIN check on it. And in 2008, the car was serviced for like an oil change with over 214,000 miles on it. So this body probably has like, I don't know, like 300,000 miles on it. He swapped the cluster, but the engine was still intact. It had the VIN number on all the, you know, engine parts of the car. The whole car was still had the same VIN number until I swapped every damn thing. So that engine probably had like 350, maybe 400,000 miles on it. With that being said, do a VIN check on your car, okay? Some of them are free. If you find like some websites, because just do your research, trust me. If I can find free websites to check my VIN, I'm pretty sure you can too. So when you're looking on Craigslist to buy a car, make sure it has a VIN number, or whatever you're looking to buy the car from, make sure they send you the VIN number so you can run the VIN number on Google and see what's going on. Number 4, make sure the interior is, you know, a-okay. You don't have to be perfect, but if you're gonna buy a car for more than $2,000, something like that, make sure the damn thing don't look like this. And yes, guys, I got some RSX D2 coilovers if you want. I will be locking my door in case you hot boys try to come to my house and steal coilovers out my. Actually, I'm gonna take this out and put it in my garage, because I know people, you know, there's one dude I know where I live. But yeah, just make sure you guys don't have like, you know, rust issues, okay? Because rust is a killer. Make sure the damn car don't have rust. I'll talk about that when I get to that point in the video. But make sure the interior's okay. You know, I recently dyed my carpet black, but I gotta redo it again because people would just be scuffing up my damn thing, and it's only spray paint black, but it looks good. You can't tell my interior don't look good. I may not have the center console piece, but it looks good. I gotta take the radio and put a damn delete tray there. But yeah, just make sure, you know, the interior looks okay, alright? Just make sure the interior looks, you know, pretty decent. Make sure the dashboard isn't cracked or the door panels aren't in bad condition, because if they are, you can get some money taken down from the post, unless you're selling the car for like $1,500, but like, and then you could just swap these out for like $40, you know, $60 door panels. I actually need to get these in red. That door insert is leather and this one's cloth, because this is a swap. Everything on this damn car is swapped, okay? Every part on this car is swapped, man. Every part on this car is swapped. So yeah, guys, just make sure the interior's okay, and if it's not okay, if you still want the car, then, you know, tell them like, yo, it's gonna cost me a lot to get the dashboard, and you know, you're like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure the car looks in good condition, okay? And the interior wise, alright? If not, then get the price drop lower. Number 5. Make sure the body of the car is in good condition, because you don't want to buy a car with rust. Now, the prime suspect for rust on these Hondas happen right here on the quarter panel. Like, you're gonna have to put your hand on it there, but luckily I don't have rust. I'm so glad that Florida is not like the state where you get most rusting cars. A lot of snow would cause rust if you live up there in the states where there's snows and everything, but I don't have any rust, so I'm thankful for that. You just make sure there's no rust there. If there's rust there, I advise you do not buy the car. I don't care if you got a mechanic friend, your dad's a mechanic, you can fix it. I wouldn't advise advise getting a car with rust there because it sucks, okay? And make sure there's like no huge, you're gonna get dings on the car, obviously like little dents, but make sure there's no big dents, you know, like right here, like a huge dent right there, or something's cracking, you know. You don't have no Bondo crack on you if you're looking at a car. So, you know, just check out the body, make sure the body is in, you know, good condition. It's not that bad. Like mine, like if I were to sell my car like as is right now with the motor and everything, I'd probably sell it for like, I don't know, $3,000. I mean, I can get $3,000. I got a semi-built motor, come with a Mugen spoiler, you know, car is fully converted to a 2001, got Type R valances, Type R side skirts, Type R corner lights, GSR blades, full black interior. You gotta get that back there fixed. But yeah, my car could go for like $3,000. It's not that bad of a condition car, it just needs better paint. That's really much all it needs, and like little door dings out and everything. But this one kind of sucks though. Like this kind of sucks that I have this huge dent there, but I ain't probably get that fixed if anything. But I'm not selling my damn car, I'm just saying. And as the saying goes for the car scene, you never get what you put in, so you won't get a full, you know, your full asking price or whatever. Let's say you bought like a $2,000 spoiler, you won't get $2,000 for that damn spoiler. You probably get like what, 800 lowballed. Number 6, examine the suspension when you go for the test drive. If it's like really stiff and like hard when you like go over a rock, the suspension is probably blown. Okay, if it's on stock suspension or if it's on anything that's lowered on coilovers or anything, if that happens, either it's blown or he has his settings on like trash. You know, if you get a car with upgraded suspension with a dampening kit, it's like a dampening kit is like basically a little knob on top of the, you know, top hat where you could adjust the if you want to go for a soft ride or a hard ride or a spring. It's basically spring softness, I guess. I don't know, I never had a car with dampening kit, but you know, make sure the suspension isn't blown. You don't want to buy a car with blown suspension because your girl ain't gonna like it, your mom, whoever drives in your car is not gonna like, you know, feeling every bump in the road, because that would probably suck. Number 7, examine the engine bay. Make sure there's no leaks. I'm sorry it's getting dark outside. I don't have the little thing the way you can brighten up everything, but trust me, there's no leaks. Actually, I do got a leak. I got a valve cover leak, and a valve cover is this thing right here. There's a gasket that goes in between your head and this right here. It goes actually on the head, and it's bad. It's leaking. I need to fix it, but take my word for it. My engine bay is it's trash. I got that Hasport mount in though. But examine the engine bay, man. Don't look for leaks, because you know you're not gonna really hear anything unless he turns the car over and you know it runs and you see everything look like how an engine should be. And you know, just look for leaks, man. Leaks is like the #1 suspect on Hondas, because you're gonna leak either from a head gasket or, you know, open these things up and make sure there's no oil on the spark plug wires, because that would suck. So check every single one of these, make sure there's no oil on them, because if you have oil on them, then your valve cover grommet is bad and you gotta, you know, do a whole valve cover thing anyway. Just make sure you get the grommets for it. Okay, up the ISO to 1600, so now you can see what I'm talking about. Just look for any leaks and stuff like that, okay? You know, just look at the engine and be like, okay, like look at my engine. Does my engine look good to you? Does it look like the car would run? Well, usually there's a big pipe right here, but I gotta find a coupler that'll make me, you know, anglets for. I need to get rid of this. If any of you guys got a 4040 prop valve, please send it to my P.O Box, please, because I really need it, because I can't find one and I want to get rid of my ABS so I can fix my huge 3-inch bad boy over there. And that's pretty much it for the engine bay. I mean, number 8, when you're about to test drive a car, please get on it. If the man tells you, oh, don't beat on my car, don't buy that car, because any good car seller will tell you to beat on the car to make sure everything is good, okay? So that means you gotta, you know, pop clutch, do whatever the hell you can to make sure the transmission is good, because you don't want to buy a blown transmission as if we're like, you try to go into gear, you hear a no, you don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure the transmission is good, and the only way to make sure the transmission is good is if you get on the damn car. If you're trying to go into gear and it like won't allow you, you hear like a grinding noise, and that synchro is probably done. So you don't want to buy that car. If you do, you make sure you get it for a good deal, and make sure there's no crack in the windshield, okay? Don't buy a car with a cracked windshield, because if you try to get full coverage, the guy can come to your house and be like, oh, we can't full cover your car unless you get your windshield fixed. And oh my god, look how nasty that looks. Ugh, garbage. That's just garbage. And when you're going for the test drive, test the brakes, you know, slam on the brakes a little bit, you feel me? Make sure the car drives and sounds mechanically good. Okay, if you hear like a or a grrr, or like a knock noise when you turn the car over, the car has a rod knock, okay? Do not buy that car. Or if a valve needs adjustment, you could buy it. If it only needs an adjustment, then that's good. If you see blue smoke, then you got, you know, bad valve. So don't buy the car if you see any smoke coming out of the tailpipe, okay? Don't buy a car with any smoke coming out of the tail gasket. White smoke is a blown head gasket. Blue smoke is bad valves, and black smoke is burning oil. Do not buy a heavily modified car, because that engine better have receipts. Do not buy a car that's heavily modified with no receipts of what he done to that car, okay? Don't look for those too good to be true value cars, okay? Don't like, let's say my car, you see my car for sale and I say I want $1,000 for it, and I don't tell you why I want $1,000. Say if it's a family emergency, I still want to sell my car for $1,000. And when buying a car, take a mechanic with you, man. Take somebody who knows shit about cars. Don't take your friend because you know you think it's cool. Take somebody who actually has a good mechanic background history and knows that the car is good. Also guys, my spoiler is for sale. If you want to buy my Mugen Gen 2 spoiler, it is for sale, okay? I don't need it. I want a new setup. I would keep it, but I don't think I'm gonna ever throw this back on my car again. So if you want it, DM me on Instagram. But that's pretty much the video, man. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this advice video actually helped you guys out there who's looking to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Just be cautious. If you got any questions about, you know, buying cars, or, you know, you want to see me a Craigslist ad or anything, message me on my Zosh Facebook fan page, or DM me on Instagram, or, you know, DM me on Twitter, because, you know, I'm here to help you guys, man. And if I can help you guys through YouTube, that's awesome, because I'm not like these other YouTubers who are like, oh yeah, bro, my fans are like my number one supporters. But they never really mess with y'all like that. Like, never like, oh, if y'all need any help or any question on like anything car related or life related, your boy's here to help you guys, alright? Just message me on any of my social networks and I promise I'll get back to you. Okay, thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button, please. Let's get 1,000 likes on this. Can we please do that, man? Help my channel grow, please. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Subscribe to my channel, bitch.